Welcome back and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. It's the future. Things have changed. Nothing's the same. It's all very exciting. Except it's not. Nothing's changed. It's more or less the same. And I'm sorry to be the one to deliver that bad news to you, but I don't know what you want from me. This is a YouTube channel where I talk about video games and occasionally magic. So sorry. While this may not be the revolution that you were hoping for, I am here to talk about stuff that I like in video games again. And again, it's in the video title. I'm not sure what you want from me, and I'm sorry that I'm not here to deliver a wonderful message of peace onto you. Instead, I'm here to talk about what I love about Absolver. Before we get into exactly what it is that I love about the game, though, let's talk about the game as a whole. Absolver initially released back in 2017, August 2017 to be specific, and it launched with fairly decent reviews, but didn't really gain much traction. Or at least, I didn't see as many people talking about it as I'd have liked to, given how much I enjoy the game. It's a game where you play a prospect in a crumbling empire with the aims of becoming an Absolver. You do this by beating up lots of other people in incredibly chilled environments with great music and intensely satisfying thwomps and thwacks as you smack people in the head. The story isn't much, but that's not really what the game's about. Absolver's about becoming better, and the effort it takes to do so. Just learning new attacks takes a substantial amount of time. You can discover new moves by encountering them in fights. Blocking them will slowly help you learn them, while if you use your class-specific ability to either guard, parry or dodge them, it'll fill it far faster, but it's also far harder to do thanks to the fact that you have to manage different directions and timings. It's a system that actually feels quite realistic, or at least it does to me, because while I've done a few different martial arts styles, I've always learnt best when I'm having the lessons literally beaten into me. It's a system that feels more true to life because you can never learn a new technique properly by just reading it from a book. You have to have it demonstrated for you, and often being on the receiving end of that helps you learn the specifics about it, like when to apply power or how to apply a turn to it, depending on the kind of technique you're learning. It's an essential part of the learning process when it comes to martial arts. You need to completely learn it in order to master it and eventually turn it around and use it as your own technique to strike back with. That's basically how Absolver lets you become stronger. While you can level up, for the most part it's the techniques that really help you become a better fighter, and that's one of the things I love, and it links into the actual thing I love about Absolver, which is the combo system. As you learn new attacks, you can string them together into combos using the combat deck editor. The combat deck is basically something you can switch between, and as you level up you get more variations which you can switch between, so you can have 2 or 3 at any given time for your hands, and a couple for your weapons and different styles and things like that. It's not just about choosing your favourite techniques though. Each strike benefits from different attributes. So some are stronger if you're stronger, some deal more damage if you're faster, and others are more effective if you're lighter. That means you've actually got to manage your equipment load and not just wear the heaviest stuff you can. It's an interesting take on the weight system that something like Dark Souls uses, but put into a more realistic setting. If you're heavier, you wouldn't be able to do a flying kick, or at least it wouldn't be as effective because you'd be less able to get off the ground, and I think that's actually a pretty interesting way of doing it. On top of that, each attack also has different speeds or effects. The slower techniques can make up for their sluggish movement with the ability to break through a guard or stop your opponents attacking you completely. Some of them have you moving out of the way as you punch or kick, and others have you guarding as you attack. This gives them a lot more flexibility and a lot more versatility than some of the faster moves, but at the expense of speed as a result. It's all about customization and also ingenuity, and while the system isn't perfect in and of itself, it allows more creativity than pretty much any other fighting game I've played, and it just makes Absolver so incredibly unique and interesting as a result. So yeah, that's what I love about Absolver. It's an excellent combo system, and it's an excellent combat system, and it's one that I really enjoy, probably more so because I've been punched in the head a lot. You can make of that what you will. If you've really enjoyed this video, you can subscribe to the channel and also like and maybe share it, and if you can convince a friend to do it and then they like and share it, we could start a cult. I'm not saying we should start a cult, I'm just saying that we could, and you know, maybe that'll be useful later on, who knows. As ever though, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you really liked it, as well as subscribing, you can also go over to my Patreon and maybe become a patron there and give me more of an excuse to do these more often, because I really enjoy doing them and I'm going to do them anyway. But you could, you know, donate $1 and help. It would mean a lot. Anyway, if you want to do that, that's in the description. Otherwise, or either way, I will see you next time.